Hey everybody, it's Mandy with Brick Road Co. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, my name is Mandy and I am the owner and curator of Brick Road Co., which is an online clothing boutique. And we just purchased the website www.brickroadco.com, so stay tuned for that in the future. But right now you can find me primarily on the apps Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So today I wanted to talk about my experience with a recent sale that I ran on Poshmark. I recently decided, with an unexpected snow in Colorado, which happens from time to time, just like rain showers, that I would have like a flash sale for the snowy day that we had last week. So this was inspired by a local nail salon that I go to sometimes, and they have snow day sales a lot to pull customers into their salon. And so what they'll do is send out an email with a flash sale of sorts. And so I was inspired by that and decided, what if I did one of those in my Poshmark closet? Right now I am in the midst of an entire overhaul of all of my inventory, making sure all of my inventory has a number and it is cross-posted on all three platforms, as well as, you know, it has measurements, it has a good cover photo. So I'm really in this like upgrading and purge mode with my Poshmark closet and my eBay and Mercari stores. Having over 800 listings and being motivated to purge inventory and move forward towards my upcoming plans for my business, I decided to go ahead and do a massive discounted snow day sale, and I did a 5 for $25 bundle sale on my entire closet with the exception of shoes and bags. To say it was successful was an understatement. I sold 16 bundles for the $25 in just over 24 hours, I believe. So it was incredibly crazy, but really exciting. And then I had a few individual sales that popped in there on all three of my platforms. So it was a very successful weekend. I ended up making over $400 in 24 hours, and I offloaded just about 100 items between the three platforms and my sale. So it was really, really good, and it was successful, but I did learn quite a few things. And so I thought I would share what I learned with you guys, and then that way if you decide to have some type of sale like this, you know some of the pros and cons that I felt were applicable to a massive 5 for $25 bundle sale. The first thing that I learned was that Poshmark did have some type of update over the last month or so where there's a lowball block in place, and I was not aware of this. So I initially ran into some snags with my first few offers on my bundles because I could not, as a seller, offer $25 on something that was, the value was $400. And the buyer couldn't offer me a $25 offer as well. So I immediately panicked because I was getting a lot of people bundling things, and I thought, oh my gosh, what is this new thing? So I assume it's a lowball block, which is excellent, but I wish we would have known about that as a community. That would have been very handy for me coming into this sale. You know, just send like an email or something. Hey, we have this new, update to our app. It created a little bit of issues for me in the beginning. So the first person, I just created like a custom bundle, and that bundle ended up messing up. So I don't think that's the way to go. Then after that, I started playing around with like price drops and then offering on the bundle. And that was successful with the exception of 2 items that, as I was dropping the prices to get them within the parameters of where I could offer the $25, people bought the items. And so that's where some of my individual sales came in. So I'd mark down this incredibly, $79 item to $29 to get the bundle within the parameter, and somebody would snatch that up really quick. That was a liker. So then I would have to go back to that person and say, somebody bought one of your bundle items, do you want to add another? And then we'll try to get those 5. So it was definitely a little bit of a roadblock for me, but I worked around it, and I only had the one custom bundle I made that ended up being like my nightmare bundle that I feel so bad about, which I'll talk about in a minute. Just know there's a lowball block in place, at least for bundles, and it's a good thing, but just be aware of it. Some of the things that I learned. Number 1 would be to triple check your inventory. So even if you have an inventory system, and even if you think that you're on top of it, you probably won't be. So just like we know that sometimes our listings drop off of Poshmark for one reason or another, my theory is when we edit next list or we share that we accidentally delete listings, but some items I just couldn't find. So there were 2 items I couldn't find, and then there was 1 item upon inspecting that had flaws. So I would recommend really going through your closet, look at every item with a fine-tooth comb, and I guess aside from checking your inventory bins, which for me would have taken all day, I don't know what else I could have done. But what I did was I was A, very lucky to have super nice customers, but B, I communicated with my customers and let them know as soon as I couldn't find an item. I offered to cancel the order or provide a substitute item, and both my customers picked substitute items. So the one customer had, which is the custom bundle, I had 2 items I couldn't find. And then another customer, I had an item with flaws. Oh, and then I guess I had a third customer that we sent the wrong shirt. So customer number 3, I just said, I'll send you another shirt, my charge, and I'm just gonna send her a shirt. The one with flaws, I let her know and sent her photos of the flaws and said, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it. And she just wanted to cancel her whole bundle, so I did. And then the other individual with the 2 items I couldn't find, we offered replacement items and she found different items, so that worked out fairly well. It's really hard if you have this many items because I do have a very good tracking system for my inventory. I don't know where these items are. Like, I honest to God don't know. We looked on eBay and Mercari. They have not been sold because that's my usual first thought is, oh my gosh, I sold this on another platform and we forgot to remove the cross postings. No, I don't know where they are. We went through, I think, almost every bin no, I know we did. We went through every single bin looking for these items, couldn't find them. So now I'm going through every single one of my 30 bins, triple checking the inventory number, and then looking at cross posting with List Perfectly to make sure they're on all 3 platforms. So my new habit will be, as soon as I print a label wherever it sells, it's print the label, take off the cross postings. And it becomes more of a habit because as I've been building my business, I didn't necessarily cross post everything I listed to both Mercari and to eBay. So scratch all that to be more organized. We're going to have a tailored system and it's going to be like to a T perfect. Just know if you do a big bundle sale like this, you may have to have some communication back and forth with some of your customers about mistakes or lost items because we are human. So God only knows. I'm sure they'll turn up in 6 months. I was just really, really lucky to have super nice, considerate customers, and most of them were buying for themselves or to resell, so it wasn't like they needed something. They were taking advantage of a really good sale and treating themselves. But everybody that has received a bundle, I've gotten a 5-star review on and really positive feedback. So just know that the feedback's been absolutely tremendous in a positive way. Next up, if you advertise and you advertise well within social media platforms and on Poshmark, you will do well with your sales. So just advertise and do so heavily and, shout it from the rooftops and you'd be surprised what you would get for sales. Next up, if you're doing a big bundle sale like this, I recommend going into the Poshmark app and screenshotting or printing off the order and then placing that within a USPS box. And then on the outside of the box, write the buyer's name, where the shipping label will go. That way you've got an order number, a buyer name, and photographs of all of your items. And then what we did is I had my daughter, husband, and my mom help me. And it took 4 people 3 hours to get, I think, 12 of the bundles done, even with organized inventory system. And so what I did is I printed off each of the bundle orders and then they had a visual. Then we had the inventory number. And then as they found each item, they would check it off. Then once the box had all the items checked, they would double and triple check that they had the correct thing sent off, put in a thank you note, and then leave it in the office for me to tie up with some twine and send on its way. So the only thing that I did once my family members did that is I double checked the order number and the buyer matched upon first glance the 5 items that I saw, and the label, stuck it on, taped it, and went out the door. And for the most part, that went well. So I recommend just printing that off so you have that visual, and then also that will help if you have cross postings that you need to remove because I cross post, that means I had nearly 100 items that I had to go into 2 other sites to remove. So we took those little sheets after we had mailed everything and stacked them up, and then that evening we went into Mercari and eBay and we took all of those items off and we just checked off in a different color for each platform that they were removed off of. So that was exceptional and that helped out tremendously. The next one is kind of Instagram related or social media related. Just know that if you posted a large package stack after you have a bundle sale, you might get some hate, you might get some weird questions, and just be prepared for that. I've never had a sale this large or successful, and I've never had a package stack this large, but of course I celebrated that on Instagram because we worked our butts off for that money and it was very successful. So I posted a picture of me with most of our orders and I was exhausted by this point. The sun was blaring in my face and I threw on a cute little hat and was like, look at my sales, and this is, how it went, and I put, tips and what what I felt went well so far with the sale in my Instagram post, but I had some people that wanted to know like how much the cost of goods were, how much my average sale price was, which duh, is $20. If I had a 5 for 25 bundle sale on Poshmark, my earnings are $20 across the board on every single bundle. So, and then like consequently, I swear to you, maybe I'm just reading too much into things and was hypersensitive, but I swear within 48 hours of me posting that stupid Instagram post that has gotten over 400 likes or something like that now, there were so many anti-package stack posts. I guess I just don't understand the notion of needing to analyze what other people are doing and what their boxes look like. Like if you look at my account and my trajectory, it's very clear. I had a sale. I advertised the sale. It was successful. I said, woohoo, look at how successful my sale was. You can do this too. And that's my goal. I pride myself on being authentic. I pride myself on not being braggy. I pride myself on providing success with a tip next to it so people know that it's attainable. And I have always found those posts to be exceptionally motivating. And when I look at those package stack posts, I'm like, what did they do? Did they have a sale? Was it more eBay or Poshmark? Do they sell on multiple platforms? I don't analyze whether or not they're being real or whether or not they make me feel good. I'm analyzing how I can utilize that aspect or technique to make my business successful. And if you're not doing the same thing, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I don't really give a F if people like my package stack posts or not. Like, if you don't like it, unfollow it. If it makes you feel icky, unfollow me. I'm not here to make people feel icky, and if you feel that way, maybe my account isn't for you. Like, I'm not gonna be for everybody. But if I have a sale and I spend 48 hours busting my ass for it, I will post a package stack. And I don't care if Poshmark features me for it. I don't care if I get accolades. I don't care if I get hate. Just know that you may get hate though if you post your successes on social media, and that's just the way it is. The more you grow, the more you succeed, the more people are going to hate on you. It is what it is. So take that as a sign of your successes. Well done. And not a damn box I've ever taken a picture of has been empty. Like, what is the purpose in that for me? One time I took a package that didn't have a label on it yet, and I felt guilty about that. So if you want to know if I'm being authentic in my Instagram posts, 100%. And then the last thing I think is just make sure when you do advertise that not only you're advertising on your personal Facebook, if you have one, your personal and business, Instagrams, but put sale ads within the Poshmark app. And I usually put sale ads within every single category, and I'll just do like home, other, men's, shoes, men's, and within every category I try to have a sale ad, and then I just intermingle those sale ads within my closet when I'm sharing throughout the day. So some of those can be shared to parties, and people really get a maximum exposure to my sale. Once my sale's done, I just delete those or I mark them as not for sale if I'm using them in the future and let them trickle down to the bottom of my closet. So the more you advertise for your sales, the better off you'll be. And a sale such as mine was pretty bomb. I mean, as far as the cost, like people were getting free people in Anthro for 5 for 25. So it kind of advertised for itself, and it really took off on Instagram. But for most of my sales, it takes an aggressive, 1 to 2 days prior to that sale advertising spree to really get something to take off and really take hold. So just bear that in mind. You can have a freaking phenomenal sale and it will take care of itself. I promise you that. But if it's more of just your average kind of weekly sale that 100 other poshers are probably doing the same sale as you, it's really going to boil down to advertising and getting that out there so more people know about it, because it may not be as competitive. So I think that's it. So overall, I did sell a total of 16 bundles. I did have to cancel one of those. I had multiple individual sales on eBay and Mercari throughout the weekend, so I ended up pulling in over $500 total throughout the entire weekend, which is one of my larger weekends of sales since being full-time. So super excited about that. And let me know if you guys have any questions about running sales, or if you have any tips or tricks on running a successful sale on Poshmark. Put that down in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. And as always, I thank you guys for tuning in to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, I would love very much if you like this video, leave me a comment down below. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit that bell notification and you will get a notification that yours truly has another video up on YouTube. So thank you so much to all of you who have tuned in to date. I appreciate your support. Looking forward to doing a giveaway over here on YouTube very soon. So stay tuned for that. See you later, guys.